When they get back, can I reprogram them? No, I can't. Never mind. Well, at least I don't have to worry about being shot at by auto-mechanicals. I only need to worry about primals and being stung by hundreds of waspitos and dying horribly.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Health. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as...
Take your best shot, asshole! Here I go! Nice one!
Where'd it go?
Got him!
I'm nearly dead.
Not bad, huh? Does it? Time for a drink?
No. Not time for a drink. Certainly not here. Law knows what Rizzo's putting in their drinks. Exterminator Automech Terminal Access Card. Well, I don't need that anymore. But nice to find it, I suppose.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Is this where she came? What's this? A tossball stick? A broken one. The shaft of the tossball stick is bent and cracked, exceeding tossball regulation requirements. The end of the tossball stick is matted with Rizzo's dark matter chocolate.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Examine the end of the stick. It looks as if someone used this tossball stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket. Maybe it's some kind of upper-class mating ritual.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Something went wrong here. I really hope it wasn't the food.
The food? Okay. So they got into an argument. About something. Can I look through these? No. And then what? Did she go somewhere else? No? I mean, she must have. What's this?
Behold Rizzo's all-natural orchards, trademark. Unlike our competitors, who think they can do better than nature, we let nature take its course, only better. Instead of the lowly honeybee, at Rizzo's we have crossbred wasps and mosquitoes to create the all-natural waspito, copyright. With their elongated proboscis and stingers, these hardy insects are capable of both pollinating our lovely fragrant fruit flowers, while at the same time defending them from any and all pests that might harm them in any way. It's an all-natural solution to an all-natural problem. And it's all Rizzo.
So it's the hive?
Do not pick any fruit in the orchards. Should you encounter a swarm of mosquitoes on your trip through the orchards, please refrain from defending yourself.
No deal.
Mosquitoes are expensive to breed and maintain, and any damage to the swarms will be billed directly to you, or to your next of kin as appropriate. If you are caught outside during a pollinization cycle, Rizzo's recommends entering the fetal position and or feigning death. Speaking of death, Rizzo's also recommends avoiding the electric containment field surrounding the hive. Mosquitoes are averse to the charge and will not come near the field, but most humans cannot sense changes in air current. Rizzo's assumes no responsibility for any visitor electrocution.
Right. This is the hive then.
Oh, hey! Are those wasp keto hives? Don't worry, I'll keep my distance.
Yeah, I guess they are. Let's be careful. Sealed.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Where? Where? What? Inside maybe? Probably. I'd probably need to find a different way into there then. Probably from underground. That would be my bet. I don't think there's actually any reason for us to be in here. So maybe we shouldn't be. Okay, let's try somewhere else then. Oh. We'll just avoid these people. No point killing them if we don't have to. Why is there an exterminator out? Did they reset after I recalled them? They don't seem hostile. I'm gonna drop something. This is kind of infuriating. Remind me not to pick up more random junk. So, I don't feel like we've finished following Helen here. I mean, we know she went to R&D at least, and a doctor took her there. Is that the maze? Wasn't it said that she went in there as well? Or was that Bertie? Can't remember now. I'm a bit lost, to be honest. There's something over there. Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
With this?
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading, console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Well, I'm not tasting it. Let's perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
It looks like several of the electrical panels were removed, then fastened back into place. Poorly. Do I really have to taste it? I'd rather not. I think that's good enough for the orchardist. I'm sure he'll send someone to fix it. I'm picking stuff up. I said I wouldn't do that. I'll take bits. Okay. Right, that's where I was earlier. And their picnic thing was over in this direction. Over there. Oh, did I miss something over here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide, on purpleberry saplings is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
So that's what's killing the saplings. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Is that small building where Helen went? Did she put this here? Do a deeper chemical analysis, please.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
K. Interesting. Right, so, picnic is there. Let's just explore the orchards more. What's that? A worker. Hello.
We're all family here.
Oh geez.
Rizzo's takes care of its own.
Oh, I bet. And you? Are you infected? Yep. You carry on then. All right. There's something over there I can analyze. So we'll head there in a moment. Uh-oh.
Here they come!
RR and DD. Right. I need to get in there, don't I? Because Helen went there. So I need to find a keycard. I ain't lockpicking into this. Stop picking things up. I already saw this one though, didn't I?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
There are canisters in here. Whether they're the same ones, I don't know. It does make me wonder if it was her. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one as well. So, we need an RR and DD keycard. Oh boy. I wonder if we can ask the orchardist guy for the keycard. The Dissident Queen, Chapter 2. Halcyon Helen encounters the Slug Men. Having fought their way past the numerous bandit ambushes and hostile auto-mechanicals, Halcyon Helen and Olympus Opal had found themselves at the gates of the Dissident hideout. "You're a fine partner, easily better than my last," said Helen, "but I dare say these fiends outrank your typical anti-establishment scum. Many of them were scientists before they deserted their corporations, whereupon they stole technology for their own nefarious purposes. I've seen their abominations and they're more than a typical person can handle. You should return to your job and to the place where you're needed." "Though I know my work was valuable," Opal said, "I am still pleased that I was promoted to assist in your quest to rid the galaxy of those who would threaten the colony's productivity. The two of us together will, I believe, be twice as effective in eliminating the enemies of the board." Helen did not respond, but instead bid her companion be silent, for she had seen that the gates to the Dissident hideout were no longer shut. Someone, or something, had opened them. Be on the lookout for keycards, guys. Does this go to and from the wildlife place? I wonder if that's how primals got here.
Real slick.
Thank you. Hi. Yep, you're infected. Very nice. I haven't been trying out this weapon, have I? I can give it a try when we're next in a fight. Have I been in there? I don't believe I have.
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. Gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glittering piping, the lush walls keeping this gem hidden from the rest of the orchards. This warehouse is truly a wonder. One can only guess at the secrets contained within.
Well, I'm going inside, so I don't need to wonder. Anna Summers. Ah, that's the intern, isn't it? Welcome to the Purpleberry Orchard Storage Building, the sweetest storage building this side of Eridanos. Note, please do not attempt to lick any part of the storage building. Most components contain at least 40% cyanide. I'll bear that in mind. Inventory records. Welcome to the Rizzo's inventory records, the sweetest inventory records this side of Eridanos. Note, please do not lick this terminal, you will be electrocuted. Okay, so they have Gardener Auto Mechanicals. 23 or so of them. Waspitos keep stinging these, breaking their stingers and dying. Should probably keep them separate. Mock apples and purple berries. A heck of a lot. Hard to count. Do we really got to number every single fruit? We've got more than enough. Waspitos. Couple hundred hives. Real grumpy. Don't get stung by these. Spectrum vodka, all colors. One left. One shipment to the puzzle hedges, one to the nut hut. Swing by the nut hut with some of my savings later today. Been a long week. Groundskeeper note. The purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the auto mechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting, but since I had that treatment all I've felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a life changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka we can share, and a chapter of the brand new Halcyon Helen cereal. Knew you never liked that I got advance copies. Come on by, Jacob. Overseeing orchardist note. Yaba, I must admit that when your old superior described you as a misanthropic law-damned, redacted, I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along well with the Waspkitos. Or at least, they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward, a one-time 15-minute break, to be taken at your discretion. Oh how generous, a 15-minute break. Well done Yaba, overseeing orchardist Hathaway. To J. Yaba, hypotheticals. So, Jacob, got a quick rhetorical question for you. Let's say, rhetorically, that one of the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Let's say he theoretically released our primals, and those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously I'm just worrying for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up could cost me my job, theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on these primals, and these primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze. Booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please, for the love of the law, send me a message. Huntmaster Carlos. Well, that explains that. I think. Where does this go? This goes out. I will speak to you in a moment. Okay, hello there. Anna Summers.
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
I thought that was, a real good effort. Keep at it.
Oh, yeah, totally. That was completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even the slightest bit.
No jest? Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up.
Fair.
But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
You see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago.
I think
Not to
I
speak
went
ill
there.
of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
That's showbiz, baby.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
Well, you could argue she's in the limelight right now. I don't think I've met an intern before. At least not in this system.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
I'm surprised they pay you at all, honestly. How do you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
I take it you don't intend to stay an intern for long.
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
Makes sense. Why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with.
Can you look at me when you're
I can prove
talking
my
to
merit
me?
here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
That's admirable. Helping folks is dangerous though. The board doesn't like people who mess with the status quo.
Mother did mention that from time to time, but she always kept me far away from her work. Who could complain about happier workers and higher profit gains?
Fair enough, I suppose. You do you and all that.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you? Because I might have found some of your handiwork.
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if the mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Well, I found a strange substance on the processing console. That have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I doubt it. I've used that exact same line.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
And did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
I also found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on some purpleberry saplings. I actually thought that might have been Helen, but was that you?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
Pretty sure the only definition of a weed is a plant you don't want there. But sure. Seems a bunch of our exterminator automechs were on the warpath. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automechs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
I found it. You misspelled sprats and primals. It reset to default and started killing everything they saw.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards, but with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm.
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
I mean, I probably shouldn't, but honestly I like you more than him, so sure. I'll talk to your boss.
Wow, thank you so much. You do this for me and I'll make sure to do whatever I can to make things better.
There's no way that backfires.
Yeah. No keycards in here. What if it's not even in the orchards? That's gonna be very annoying. Let's check. Where was it? Here. Yeah, let's check in here again. See if I missed anything. I mean, she obviously had the card, or a card when she went there. Well, maybe not actually, if a doctor took her there. But if she had one, then she wouldn't have left it anywhere on the way there. But where would she have taken it after that? Is that where the hive was? No, that's the puzzle hedges. Okay, I haven't been there. So let's take a look in there. Wasn't there supposed to be a sprat petting zoo somewhere?
They got a hedge maze? Captain, we gotta.
I know we gotta. We're going to.
Welcome to the Rizzo's Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges, trademark. Grown on top of Industrial Sludge Pit 27C, these unusually tall purpleberry trees have grown lush, luxuriant foliage and are literally bursting with extra specially piquant purpleberries. As you wander through our winding maze, feel free to try a fresh purpleberry right from a branch. Maybe you'll discover our next new flavor. Limit 1 berry per customer. Do not try any purpleberries outside of the puzzle hedges.
Okay.
Some visitors have speculated as to the presence of a treasure at the end of the maze. While Rizzo's has placed nothing like this in the puzzle hedges, we still encourage you to explore to your heart's content. Should you experience dizziness, faintness, or simply get lost among the hedgerows during your exploration, please do not try to contact Rizzo's personnel. Simply shelter in place and rescue will arrive within 72 hours, guaranteed, excepting unplanned shutdowns and any other times deemed inconvenient by management. We hope you enjoyed your unguided tour through the orchards. Rizzo's company and employees are hereby absolved of any pain, injury, or disease that you may have suffered during your visit. Have a great day and visit us again soon.
Right. Okay then guys, let's go get lost.
On the outer worlds of the outer worlds, there's a place that's full of cheer. You'll see happy wings, thanks to Rizzo's drinks. There is nothing